All right. So before we kick off, actually, what's it called?
We haven't even thought.
You haven't even
We haven't
thought
got
about
a title. No.
You haven't even got a title.
We haven't got a title.
I think it would be nice to call it the title.
Yeah,
wouldn't it? I don't know whether it would, you know.
I think it'd have to be like one of those one-word sort of ones. It's
Memories.
Quite, yeah, it's not. Yeah, something like
Lost Lives or. Okay.
Yeah.
Lessons from the past. That's all a bit cheesy, if you ask me. But I think it would be worth it in terms of your creative intentions. You know, come up with a title for it. So, creative intention. What was Ollie B, the creative intention for the whole thing?
So, like in terms of cinematography, I wanted something that had a lot of meaning and it was very scenic. So
Good.
It's like a sort of style of cinematography that I was chasing.
So it's about a man who's revisiting his past life.
Yeah, like memories.
And those memories you wanted to represent filmically as positive, kind of slightly inspiring.
Yeah, quite like obviously they're memorable. You know, there's a lot to them.
Yeah,
so a lot of different shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. But so you wanted to create something which was actually visually pretty good, pretty pleasing.
Yeah.
And kind of reflective and warm and that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's the tone you were trying to go for, Ollie J. So you've got quite a complex narrative. It's quite a complex story. So what did you want to do with the edit?
Mine sort of bounces off like what Ollie's is about. Really, I wanted to try and through the edit sort of make a positive feeling. It looked visually quite aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. Okay.
And I wanted to create meaning through the edit that these items have these memories attached to them.
So the item is the memory sort of thing. He finds the item and that changes things. Obviously, you've got the big issue that there's huge jumps in time and space. Mm-hmm. You know, because that's what editing controls, isn't it? Time and space. Mm-hmm. Where are we and when's it happening? So I'd be interested to think about for you to consider something in your report about how you used editing to kind of create that and to actually almost underline this quite jarring, sudden jump cut away from time and space. I think we can all agree, and I've suddenly realised really Toby should be in the room as well, that actually Toby's sound has really tied a lot of it together and actually added a whole new layer, which kind of really works very well. So, Toby, this feedback's for you as well, of course. Okay, so, round of applause. So let's play it through. What I'm a little bit curious here is how he feels about the package. I don't know whether it's for me. It's like he's found an Amazon package on his floor. Was there supposed to be a sense that it's an unexpected? What the hell is this package? Is there an opportunity of putting in a reaction shot?
Yeah, we've got a couple of reaction shots
of him looking at it, just to cut away from the picking up of the package. I'd kind of
to kind of like space out a little to kind of emphasize that the package is sort of
an unusual thing. What the hell is this? Okay, so I think if you haven't got it, that's fine. That's certainly something you could reflect on.
Yeah,
kind of later on. That's nice. The light comes on there. That's lovely. I like that we're following the package rather than him. Okay, that's quite a nice kind of flow shot and good. We go to the package. So the music at this stage is kind of pretty plain, isn't it?
It's quite minimalist.
Yeah, it's like a dull kind of day. It's like So hopefully, and I think it does happen later on. It takes much more shape. Yeah. So what Toby's doing there is he's creating a sense of a mundane, kind of dull event sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It feels to me though that with the introduction of this. Now, obviously, this bit of mise en scène is absolutely key because it is the MacGuffin, isn't it? It's the thing which just sends him on his journey, sort of thing. I possibly think there should be a little sound there, maybe some little kind of moment, whether it's when he opens the box, just something to underline that this is a significant object. And obviously, you designed the object as well, so this is part of your collaborative, your work with the team. I like that it's kind of partly organic and also partly mechanical, which is nice. And he's got this on-off. Doesn't he flick the switch back here?
Yeah.
Yes,
there's a missing.
Right, there's a missing click. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just need to add that little click in. That should take seconds.
Yeah.
Good. So you've edited on the click. You edit on the click and you put in, Toby's added this sharp thing in. Obviously, we're cutting away, and this is part of the way in which you're making the cut quite jarring, is you're cutting away from a CU of the object and him clicking it to a wide, long shot of him sitting somewhere else.
Yeah.
You've got the disparity in terms of the design of his suit on a beach, which is nice, which puts him out of place. And you've got this nice little arrival. The sound works really well in that. But that's the sort of thing I want you to talk about in terms of your editing, yeah? That you've deliberately gone not only for a jump cut, but also from a jump from a close-up to a sharp establishing shot of where he is now. I think this is where the footage gets really nice. I think that's a lovely shot here. I think you're pulling focus really beautifully. And apart from that establishing shot of him sitting in the deck chair, you're not giving as many wides. You're tending to stick with him. And the camera's moving quite a lot. So we're a bit disorientated as well. Yeah. You know, at the beginning, you establish him very conventionally, in a wide, walking through a gate. But here, he arrives not only abruptly, but also what you're doing with the camera is deliberately, I think, disconcerting, disorientating. That track round, this little, tracking with him at waist height, pulling focus. Where am I? Get him on a beach, but I'm as confused as he is. Your cutting is jarring there as well. You're not playing with continuity. Either put in a cutaway or a reaction shot before you cut to this, or say that you are deliberately cutting against continuity.
Yeah, that was the sort of idea, because he's partly because we've been struggling for footage, but partly because I think it's a good idea for everyone to have a sort of sense of he's confused, he's like a bit out of the ordinary.
Good. And I think what you're both doing here is your technique, cinematically and editing, is heightening this sense of confusion. Good. So Toby's introducing the sound there. So we have this diegetic, which we assume is diegetic. Obviously, we haven't seen the kids. So, but it's on a beach, so am I kind of assuming it's diegetic? Lovely footsteps. Find the spade. Same. Again, you're jump cutting here. I'm pretty keen to see his face.
Yeah, we've got some reaction shots.
If you've got the footage, I just think he needs. I like that you're staying with the object in some ways, but it feels to me I need to cut to his face. I want to know how he's feeling about this. Because it's like a memory, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, that reaction shot.
Important,
isn't it?
So, and then when you cut to black just before this, where are we?
Okay. To get that sign of it was that a little bit of time for the audience to sort of understand what's just going on.
Right, and then you've got a lovely jarring.
I think that's the point. I wanted to try and, in each location, try and have it as disorientating as possible. It's not I wasn't meant to be sort of comfortable for the audience to watch.